carrot of finding the truth would be dangled over Reddit's heads for a period of what's approximately 6 years. And in these 6 years, it seemed like
What was that? Furthermore, guys, this video's not getting posted. If it does, I'm sorry. With the scuff quality, I decided to do some commentary. Sorry. Furthermore, the towering beast of a man had yet to so much as attempt to evade any of the artillery fire being leveled upon him. Even after being pelted by countless bullets and tank shells, his body remained unscathed. However, that was only natural. For everyone knew this man, the strength in his name. He was a hero who had died a year before. And what was dead could not be killed. The man let out a deep breath. His overflowing will melted the surrounding rubble into toxic waste, blasting it afar with the gusts of burning wind. The titan muscles expanded to their screams as if longing for their release. A hammer steel. There was nothing. There existed nothing in this universe that could withstand the blow of this. He was prepared to release. The energy gathered in his fist gave birth to refraction, causing the very visions of the man to distort. As the man finished welling up with the energy and was about to unleash destruction, his fierce mass suddenly let out just as it was about to reach its critical mass. Almost as if something had ruined his mood. As he thought of the panicking soldiers who lost their morale were not even worth killing. Then had a soldier escaped to jaws of death? Of course not! One in this world that could surpass. The song of the cruel hunters echoed across the night. The scorching pure flame passed by the man, devouring the soldiers, burning them to cinders. There was clearly no ordinary weapon. Its destructive force far exceeded that of the Molotov cocktails or tank fire. It was more akin to a pulse of concentrated energy from a nuclear blast. As impossible as that seemed than any urban weapon, the otherworldly screams of pure agony reverberated throughout the war-torn battlefield, now engulfed by a sea of flames. The soldiers' instantaneous burst of fire had evaporated without a trace, and the hateful screams of their souls rang out into the night. The same phenomenon that Striker had conjured up just a moment earlier. It was uncertain how long the woman had been standing back to back behind the somber man. Her tone was grim, bereft of joy, her vicious, deep crimson, her swaying hair in the color of fresh blood and hellfire. She possessed a certain calculated beauty were it to be. Were it not for the gruesome burn marks covering the left half of her face as such, her visage evoked only grim awe born from a marriage of the fair and the repugnant. Sorry guys, I skipped some of the prologue. It was on camera, so I'm sorry. So, yeah. Gradually landing forth for a puff of a cigar smoke, the woman posed a question to the man at her back. No answer came.
まあいい。殺しすぎるシュライバーと合わせればちょうど均衡が取れよう。無人の教授だかなんだか知らない。せいぜい大事にするわ。ここは奴らにうまく攻め落としてもらう必要がある。故に殺しすぎるのも殺さなさすぎるのも等しく罪だということを自覚しているなら何も言わない。
No one could be blamed for mistaking a crimson woman's words for those of a lunatic. No sane person would speak as if they're capable of destroying the entire red or surrounding Berlin on a whim.
宣告、相当閣下が行かれる。武装家の長官ども、こううるさい宣伝やもいずれ後を追うだろう。そして大量の市民と同胞を道連れ、この程度は可能です。
ザミン、メルクリウス。
何？貴様、あれに何か用があると。
Silence again. The man failed to answer. The woman narrowed her eyes. Her gaze was suspicious. Before letting go and exasperated.
まただな。過酷すぎる男というのも考え物だ。そして仮にそうだとしたらくだらねえ。バカバカしいからやめておけと言ってやる。あれは絶対に殺せない。いずれにせよ、あれは我々の上官であり、狩猟殿の盟友だ。貴様、
俺にそんなつもりはない。
だろう。貴様の硬すぎる頭の中にそんな計算などあったかな。我らが黒煙たちの指導者お二人、兄弟のごとく仲がいい。で
Meanwhile, up in Berlin sky, thanks to blood and fire, taking form through the carnage of the capital, was a tremendous swastika. A man stood on top of it. A man stood on top of the towering spire in the center.
総員慶中、我らが主、偉大なるハガルの君の恩前である。そのお言葉、目視、刮目して拝聴せよ。
His boom, her booming voice echoed in the ears of all living men in the city of Berlin, as if they were some sort of soldier. At that very moment, all soldiers ceased their fighting. All children dried their tears. All elders stopped their fight. Each and every soul in the city gazed up to the sky as if possessed. Its deep canopy was tainted by the blood and fire of the city below, boiling as if it were some sort of cauldron. The Berlin he met. On the very day of the 1,000-year Reich crumbled to dust. A devil of blinding light descended from the heavens. his locks flowing like a mane, golden in color. His regal gaze equally golden. It was the gold split of splendor of brilliance, surpassing creation itself, beauty mingling with the heavens' humility, and yet at the same time, beastly in you, a being that should not exist in the realm of man, the harbinger to be going light. At his side, a man with features vague and twisting as the darkness of shadow. He was garbed in plain robes of a hermit, with ambiguous features that made it impossible to discern his age. A yin to his yang. The two of them existed on a level far removed from that of any being. KJ grew up on that they were truly monsters, whom even the monsters fear. Number 1. Number 13 on the largest Orden's obsidian round table. His leader and vice commander. Gazing down at Berlin. No, the entire row. The man of gold began to speech. The man's grim words reached every soul residing in Berlin. Nothing awaits you but eternal suffering, eternal defeat. The people of Berlin could not deny his claims. And the Golden Beast proclamation rang out with the urgency of a trumpet of the final judgment. This was a man possessed of a supernatural presence, utilizing a strange condition in order to manipulate the will of the others. It was hardly a novel trick, and in and of itself, but the sheer scale of the man's performance here warranted deeper scrutiny. His voice possessed a magical quality, capable of penetrating the very heart of those who's heard it. The beast comparison were the cries of dragons from the age of legends. A juggernaut of a voice that will not fail to ensnare any mortal. And the being who possessed it was certainly no mortal. The Golden Beast, the Black Prince, the Harbinger of the beguiling light, the Monarch of Destruction. Everywhere, that's alright, guys. Everywhere the pass forth from his lips were saturated in magic with a K. He gave the command. If you wish to overcome your miserable lots in life, then you offer up your very soul. If you long to wash away the stigma of the defeated, take the pen, sign a pact with blood. It was a temptation of the devil himself. The golden monarch looked down upon the lesser beings crawling upon the earth and posed several questions to them.
何を求める？
Grant us victory. Grant us victory. Sikaya Victoria. A deep fidget ran across the man's perfectly beautiful face. Conjured the words of Dr. Frost, his features portrayed the uncanny equilibrium of a genuine smile and a grotesque sneer. Mephistopheles, the harbinger of the beginning light. A name. The name of the wicked fiend to grant man's every wish in exchange for his living soul.
我がレギオンに加わるがいい。
The moment those ponderous words left his lips, the unthinkable happened. All men with guns and took them to their mouths. All those willing braves thrust them deep into their chests. All those with armaments plunged themselves in the hair of fire raging around them. All those guns roared, still drank blood. Men plunged into their suicide unfolding out every street corner. Hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands rushed to their death at a normal pace, their souls being absorbed into the Golden Monarch. It was an insatiable holocaust, engulfing the capital. This could not have been the first time. He had consumed countless souls in the past. Was this then the final ritual necessary to complete his task? A grand sacrificial altar stained by the blood of soldiers and countrymen who had looked up to him as a savior, begging for their salvation. Oh, and all of his crimes, all of his cruelty, all of his terror, it was...
美しい。まさに悲劇。あなたをしたい、あなたが守るべき者たちがあなたのせいで死んでいく。あなたはそれを嘆き、喜び、自らの力へと変えるだろう。我が友、私がこの滑稽な人生でただ一人畏敬の念を抱いた獣ども。あなたは一体何を求める？
愚問だな。法則の破壊と超越。私に道を示したのは K だろう。もっとも他に個人的興味がないでもない。
それは一体
法則を作ったもの。
なるほど。すなわち
God, or perhaps the devil. The shade chuckled, its lips widening into a smile.
私は優秀な生徒を得て幸せだ。営利回答を正しく理解しているのはやはり現状あなただけか。いや素晴らしい。この瞬間だけは何度経験しても飽きが来ない。それだけに正直名残惜しくもありますが。
行くのか、カール。
ええ、その名も置いていきましょう。いずれ必ず会えるはず。半世紀もすれば東方のシャンバラが完成する。そこに私の代理を用意するよう下僕たち今回の契約であなたの魂は他に比類なき強度を得た。性質創造の思考も果たした以上怒りの日までこちらにとどまる理由はありますが、万全を期すために幾人かあちらに連れて行ってはいかがです？
無論元よりそのつもりだ。ザミエ。
結構それは隙のない人選だ。というよりあの3人以外では今のあなたに随伴することなど叶わぬ。
The two men exchanged words in a casual tone, perhaps reminiscent of the two spiders had been contemplating their moves even as the scenery from hell spread beneath them. It was apparent why the two would have been seen as brothers. They shared a certain air, designed for enlightenment, as if they presided the lofty height from the lofty height of lesser beings that could not dream of reaching. No tragedy, no comedy, no creation under the sun would move them. Their laughter was no mere sneer, nor their actions merely the result of a frozen heart. Rather, they were worn down by time itself, imbued with an uncanny aura of an ancient sage. Gazing up at the two of them were roughly 10 others in a military uniform, standing completely unscathed within the decaying capital of agony that was Berlin. They were the claws, the fangs and the claws of their golden master, and amongst them the three mentioned earlier surpassed the rest. The Crimson Woman, tears of joy trickling down her face, in response to that hard honor being chosen by the Golden Commander. The loyalty grew fiercer than ever. The silver-haired boy responded with a soul, lamenting the temporary end of his carnage. For the moment, he vowed to acquiesce. Fuck. The somber giant stood silent, seemingly oblivious to all, but the shade fixed his gaze upon him. Worry not. Your wish will be granted soon enough. I would appreciate it if you cannot clarity so forcefully. Spectre man grinned, amused by the Magi electrifying gaze before turning its attention to the golden brother once more.
ではまたいずれ、獣殿。再び我らがまみえる時こそ、互いの目的が成就すると祈りましょう。
いいな。成就させると誓うのだ。
確かに。であれば、ここに誓いましょう。
The Tokenpuff Empire that had waged war against the world had finally met its end. Whether it be true or not, the oft-repeated antidote is that the Nazi Germany, in possession of the world's most advanced technology during the time period, had dabbled in obscene rituals behind the scenes in pursuit of secrets of black magic. And we're trying to get mystical and sciencey up in this place. What became of the demons that brought forth by the experiment and all the diabolic relics? Their whereabouts will remain unknown, assuming they ever truly existed to begin with. Alright, guys. So 6 long decades came and went. Crazy transition. November 29, 2006. November, October, December, June, July. Oh, 4 months before I was born. Or after. 3:27 a.m. And the entire area was engulfed by crimson flames. A torrent of sheer energy had emerged from a nearby cave, mowing down the trees and setting them ablaze. This place was a crevice in the fabric of space, the meeting point between the ley lines which spread across Earth like a net. A lone man emerged from a cave. He wore a rosary cassock, signaling his status as a holy member of the cloth. Indeed, the warm smile playing across his face, across his lips, was one that was expected from a man of God. Yet, you could see a man appearing in the place in the dead of night. Emerging alongside his friend was a servant of the divine, and kneeling before him was a young woman with jet black hair. Her skin color clearly identified her as a native of this land. She spoke reverently, her face as expressionless as that of a statue.
生産杯芸かバレリア・トリファ狩猟代行
いいえ。レオンハルト、あなたのことは覚えていますよ。キルヒアイゼン教の後を継がれた時はまだほんの子供でしたが、美しく、そして強くなられましたね。
恐縮です。
Unpleasant moaning could be heard, echoing throughout the area. They are likely the souls of the men and women who had taken their own lives within this forest. Young women paid them no heed, as if they continue to make their own presence known. Priest, in contrast, inhaled them all with affection, making them his own. A blasphemous scene, an affront to all that was just. It was identical to the events of Berlin 61 years prior. Was this perhaps a continuation of what had begun that night? A priest, with a voice that sang each word before him, a young woman offering nothing but the humblest of words. They exchanged a few greetings, but nothing of note. Trifles, such as how the priest had traveled from the other side of the earth, traversing its ley lines, and how the girl had altered its original path in order to lead him here. Apologies. And I could for her imputed action, as well as why the priest could not possibly journey there at the present time. All of those were secondary to the importance of second person discussing. There was but one thing about it. At one crucial point, and that crucial point alone, they are preparing to unveil to the world the supreme performance that has spent so many moons preparing. Now then, the curtains of Grand Gugnol rise. Slaughter, butcher, massacre, till no more is left. Violate, conquer, concentrate, consecrate. Let there be victory. Let there be conquest. And thus, they will repeat the struggle as many times as necessary. They will continue fighting to the very limits of time itself. They have sworn to do so. They are bound to carry out this task. A young woman's recital of the oath of their holy crusade was met by the priest's own blessings. And so, later on, Legion had vowed to destroy the world began to stare. Unbeknownst to me, guys, I am trying really hard not to sing this. Look at that. That was a prologue, guys. How many get here? I cannot read it.